218. You can see as people are making their way towards the railing here that the boys... Are they here, Francis? Francis is my lookout. We'll give them a little... Do you know what? Is the piper playing them in, is he? Okay, here we go. Let's see your hands in the air, let's go. 3 cheers for Limerick. Hip hip, hip hip, hip hip. Limerick, you're a lady. Your salmon waters, tears of joy that flow. Sing with us now. The beauty that surrounds you, I take it with me, love, wherever I go. While waking in the arms of distant water, each new day finds me far away from home. Here they come, everybody. And Limerick, you're my lady, the one true love that I have ever known. Let's hear flags, come on. As children, you and I spend endless days of fun in winter snow and summer's golden suns. Come on, raise the roof. We've fished in silver streams, the fabric of my dreams was fashioned by your loveliness, and so I have to say, Limerick, you're the lady, your sun and waters, tears of joy that flow. Come on, right through. The beauty that surrounds you, I take it with me, love, wherever I go. Here we go. While waiting in the arms of distant water, each new day finds me far away from home. Woo! Then Limerick, you're my lady, the one true love that I have ever known. If the time is made, the travelers on their way, seeking out the beauty of our land. Up Limerick, the shrine where children pray and bells ring out to say, thank God we're living just to feel the freedom of each day. Limerick, everybody, you're my lady, your sun and waters, tears of joy that flow. The beauty that surrounds you, I take it with me, love, wherever I go. Hands in the air, come on. While waiting in the arms of distant water, each new day finds me far away from home. Then Limerick, you're my lady, the one true love that I have ever known. You're the only love that I have ever known. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the All-Ireland champions, Limerick, to Doon.
Thank you, Jimmy. That's on behalf of Doon, as Doon chairman. It's a great privilege to have our 4 local clubmen bring back the Liam McCarthy Cup to Doon. It's a pleasure to have him here again, since it's out of 45 years ago since our last three representatives, Winnie Moore, Jim O'Donnell and Seamus Ellis, brought back the cup here. And the three lads are here with us tonight somewhere. They're there somewhere. I can't see them at the minute, but they're there. Right, I'll just hand you over now to Trevor Anderson of Limerick 95 FM sports team. And he's going to have a few questions for the boys here. All right.
Lads, I know you're really looking forward to this part of the evening, but Darragh Donovan, lads, first of all, on behalf of everyone in Doon and Doon GA, congratulations and many well done in bringing Liam McCarthy home after 45 years.
Sure. Thanks a million. It's great to see the crowd out. Like, you know, I suppose we never thought we'd see the day where we'd be the first lads from the club since the last lads to bring back the Liam McCarthy age career and our senior careers. And look, it's the least we could do is do something like this, you know. So thanks for everyone to be out here this evening. You know, it's great.
Thanks, Darragh. Richie, what does it feel like to know you'll never have to buy a drink in Doon ever again?
Sure, we've enjoyed the last week now, in fairness. It's unbelievable, but we've been to so many places around Limerick, and it's great to finally get back to Doon with the cup. If we start thanking everybody in the club, well, I think I'll be here till about 6 a.m, I suppose. But everybody in the club is unbelievable support. We always get special thanks to all the boys from other clubs as well. It's very hard. We're on the go for the last 8 days. Like, to come out, which are always 4 boys from Doon, but it's great as well to young people here in Doon to meet other players as well on the team. And we'd just like to thank the boys as well for coming out.
Pat, I asked you this at the homecoming in Limerick. What was it like to
asked us since the match, what's it like to win the All-Ireland? And a lot of fellas have always said it's hard to, you know, it hasn't hit us yet. Like, well, I tell you now, since I come in here, like, it's proper hit me now. Like, you know, it's just unbelievable. This is the most surreal thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, your club is absolutely everything, you know. Like, the club is where you go, you know, if your days are feeling down or anything, like, you come here, days are feeling good like today, you're back here again. I can't barely talk, to be honest.
Now the man who put Limerick on the road, but the man who came on against Tipperary and got the goal, Barry Murphy. Barry, John Kiley is always looking for a man to come in and make an impact, and by God, you made an impact that day.
Yeah, it was great to get my chance off John, like, to come on, like, and I know a few people here wouldn't thank me, like, for coming on and getting the goal, like, but sure, it is what it is, like, and as it turned out, like, I wouldn't change a second of it for the world, like, you know, it's great.
We've heard a lot about the B and the A games in the Limerick camp, and they're very competitive. Is it true that the B side beat the A side before the All-Ireland final?
Yeah, it's 100% true. You can ask Richie there. He's still having nightmares about myself and Pat.
You know, you grow up here, you learn, the first time you're hurling is on this pitch, and you're coming back at such a young age, after 45 years of seeing other teams, you know, obviously not you, you're way too young for all of that, but hearing about the other teams and the other Doon lads on so many Limerick sides over the 45 years, and the 4 of you are part of a side that bring the Liam McCarthy back to Doon. Is there any way to put it into words?
I don't know, it's a bit surreal. The 4 of us grew up together. We started under 8s, under 10s, under 12s. We worked our way up along. And like, I've just been so lucky, like, to grow up beside the 3 of them and like learn from the 3 of them, like, and 3 top class lads, like, and 3 of my best friends. Like, I can say I have 3 best friends for life now, thank God.
Back to Darragh. Darragh, we saw a lot of, there was a video of the post-match conference. John Kiley and yourself, and you're in the zone, you're like a man who's about to go out and play on Ireland, never has, just already played on Ireland, and something catches your eye. And we all know what it was. That woman reminds you that you were playing for Ula on Saturday night. And you had a Doon match coming up as well.
No comment.
We'll come back to you. Richie, of course, we talked to Pat about the goal against Cork, but of course that goal was made in Doon, and did Pat actually thank you for the pass?
No, not at all. I suppose the only person that actually reminded me of it was JD Thompson straight away after the match, bawling his eyes out crying. He just said to me, he said he'd never forget that moment, and just for people like that, so many Doon people we met in the field, all the cards we got all week, everything we got, all the support, the text messages we get, you wouldn't believe the amount of messages we get from people everywhere to think you. Every game, it could be the first game in January, people from Doon or Ula or any of the surrounding areas from school or anything, they'd all text you, and it's fantastic support, and all we want to do is keep it going.
Well done, well done. Pat, back to you. Pat, is there any truth in the rumour that Pope Francis wanted to be here tonight, but the four of you just couldn't fit him in your schedule? Your schedule's so busy the last 8 days.
We have Seamus Hickey here tonight, and he was with the Pope yesterday, so Seamus might say a prayer for us or something.
Okay, very good. We'll have our orders, Seamus. Finally, Barry, I'll ask you again. You know, being part of a panel, and John Kiley, anytime you talk to John, it's all about the collective. Every man in that panel and every backroom member plays a part in bringing Liam home.
Oh yeah, number 36 is as important as number 1, like, and like the strength of the panel is just surreal, like, and like everyone here to us is as much as part of the panel as number 36 and number 1, like, because they're the ones that are driving us on the matches, like. So just thanks to everyone for all the support they've given over the whole year. So
well done. One last question for all of you. One last rumour that I heard. Is it true that Johnny Butler and Jamesy Butler, they were calling in from Coppers at 5 a.m? Is that true?
Why throw that one to Pat? Yeah, look, the support we have from all the club members is unbelievable. Everyone in the club has put in some effort all the time, and look, it's a credit to every club in the county is going to get it. It makes us extra special, I suppose. Look, in Doon we haven't had as many involved, I suppose, as we liked in a lot of years, so it's great now to finally have a good representation.
You went to so many homecomings over the last 8 days. Adair for Declan, John Kiley Galbody, I'd say that was some night. But what about a night like tonight when you see so many people, so many young people and families and children all coming out to see Liam McCarthy?
Sure, it's great. You know every face, some way, some connection. It's great to have local players as well. We said we'd invite as many of the players as we could, and it's great for all the boys to come, especially the East lads. It's the first time the Cup has been back to the East, so we said we'd make a special effort to bring the East boys in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to talk to more players in a moment, but first to thank our 4 lads from Doon, your All-Ireland winners from Doon GA. Now, we have another man with very strong Doon connections, and I've also been told he's an outstanding singer. We'll come to that in a minute. Barry O'Connell. Barry, your grandfather won an All-Ireland medal as well. You're an All-Ireland winner. What's it like? What have the last 8 days been like? Going home, seeing so many welcomes, seeing so many, even in the aftermath of the match, seeing so many grown men crying their eyes out because he achieved something that took 45 years to bring home.
Yeah, I suppose in the build-up to the game, like, we'd have even said it to each other, like, imagine what it'd be like it'll be mad back in Limerick, but you never would have imagined it'd be this crazy, like the turnout for homecomings, the like Gaelic rounds and all across Limerick City on Monday and up in Croke Park on Sunday. Like, it was absolutely incredible. Like, you know, it's a long time coming, but it's surely worth the wait this week anyway. Yeah, so it was incredible. Yeah.
He's not here now, so you can tell us, what's John Kiley really like? Hope he's not here.
You could say so many great things about him, to be honest. He's been so good to all of us, but I think one of the things that I always think about him is he's just extremely fair. You know, he treats everyone the very same, be it you're 1 or 36, or be it you're a selector or a kit man, anyone. He treats everyone the very same. He's very fair. If you earn your chance, you get your chance and that, you know. So he's an incredible man, to be honest, and we're blessed to have him.
I'm sure you had a great welcome here in Doon as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's really special privilege to be able to come back to Dad's club and Granddad's club, and I see Nana down there and see my aunts and uncles and my cousins. It's very special. Yeah, I called into the cousins there as well beforehand, and I'll get round to calling into Granddad as well, so I can't wait for that.
Great stuff. Okay, Barry O'Connell, well done. Colin. Another near local, Colin Ryan from Partick as well. Another All-Ireland winner with Limerick. Part of the screen, sorry. I knew that.
Yeah, no, it's great. I suppose I just want to mention the boys there. Like, we've been together since 2013, like, and getting lifts with the boys and stuff like that, like, you know. And Barry Murphy said it, like they're his 4 best friends, and they're probably my 4 best friends since then. Like, you know, they've been great. Like, and it's great just to bring back the cup with the boys as well, like, you know.
Colin Ryan, well done, Colin. Seamus, you're good. Seamus Hickey. Seamus, I talked to you Monday. You were talking about this team. I asked you, did any of the lads come up to you and say, Seamus, you played in an All-Ireland final in 2007. What's this occasion going to be like? And you said to me, didn't happen.
Well, no, like, to be fair, the lads knew that I'd lost the final I was in, and they knew I was no use to them. So I could give them no real advice, and I'd probably just as well I kept my mouth shut. So
you're the best description of this All-Ireland winning panel. You said they were the most mature, immature bunch of lads you'd ever met.
it's a fact. So what is our team? Our hurling team has been incredibly cool. It's been the last 5 minutes of games are like the first 5 minutes of games. Up scores, down scores, didn't really matter. But if you are actually with these lads day in, day out, they are a bunch of kids. They're a bunch of children. And being around them is like being a grandparent. But have you met Pat Ryan by any chance?
I have.
Yeah, so I'm intimately familiar with Pat Ryan. I was here at a hurling, a cool camp in 2008. And I was feeling pretty good about myself playing senior county for Limerick. I played with Micheál, his brother, on the minor team that got to the 2005 All-Ireland final. Pat was there, and I was reaching out to shake his hand. He pulled it away, stuck it up to his nose. And later on in the afternoon, he threw a water balloon at me. So, can you imagine what it's like with him 10 years on? It's actually more or less the same. So yeah, mature, immature people, yeah, close enough.
But from a personal point of view, 2007 was a disappointing day. It was a great year for Limerick to get to an All-Ireland final. But this is so much different because Limerick were confident going into an All-Ireland final. And Limerick were really confident taking on the reigning All-Ireland champions.
It's night and day, really. Like, so in 2007, there was a good part of us delighted to be there because it had been so long since we were. This year has been nothing but the job at hand. It has always been about what's the next challenge, how can we beat the next challenge. There's absolutely nobody these lads are afraid of. It's been incredibly refreshing to be part of it, and it was a simple matter of, like Barry O'Connell said, like, whatever your job was on the panel, we rode in together. John gave us all our chance to do our job, and we didn't even know some weeks that there was games coming up because we were just so ready for it. It's been incredible. What's happened since last Sunday has been a dream. Like, you couldn't put words to it. And you know, I'm just one of 36 that's thrilled to bring it back to Limerick after 45 years.
Seamus Hickey, thanks very much. Another All-Ireland winner. We're crowded over on the stage with them. Seamus Flanagan. Seamus, welcome to Doon.
Thank you very much for having me here, lads. Appreciate it.
Seamus, what's it like heading into an All-Ireland final and people are talking about Dahi Burke, and Dahi Burke is one of the greatest fullbacks, and he is one of the greatest fullbacks. But you don't get worried about talk like that. You just go out and play your own game. And by hell did you play your own game that day?
During the week, I heard a lot. You know, I was reading, like, we were probably told to stay away from the media as much as possible. But I kind of started reading as much as I could into the media about it. And I heard that Dahi Burke was, you know, odds on for 4th All-Star. And, you know, like, that this was the best fullback in the country. And to be honest, it kind of motivated me as much as I could, because I was saying, right, it was my first year on the Limerick panel, my first year getting a start in the All-Ireland final, and I could not wait to get out there and test myself against the best. He's like, everyone knows he's one of the best fullbacks in the country, and I just could not wait to get out there and pit myself against the best and see how I fared up. And look, I suppose it tells at the end of the day, you know, that we all win our own individual battles, and Limerick came out on top, so that's the main thing.
What are all the homecomings like? Have any of you got to sleep? I know the lads are playing football during the week and you're heading back into club championship pretty soon. Is it going to be hard to come down from an All-Ireland win and all the homecomings that you have and the more ones to come as well and get back to club hurling?
No, I don't think so. You know, each club was probably out this weekend, but you know, we'll park this, we'll enjoy it. We've had a good week of it so far, and you know, we'll pick up the club championship where we left off. We've all, I think, played 2 games so far, and I'm just looking forward because, you know, the lads weren't saying it there, but there was a week there before I think it was the Cork game, and I said I'd go down to the club training and I'd do a bit of ball work, and like, it just means so much to the club lads to have us back there. And you know, if we came back after a semi-final loss or final loss, it would have been just as good, but coming back as All-Ireland champions, it just gives everyone in the club a massive lift, and you know, everyone's going to drive on now with the club championship.
Your All-Ireland winner, Seamus Flanagan. Seamus, thank you. Tom Morrissey, Tom, welcome to Doon.
Oh yeah,
Thanks very much.
I asked you this and I'm going to ask you again. To score a goal in an All-Ireland final, I said to you, to score a point would be some achievement. To score a goal as well, and a brilliant individual goal. What was the immediate feeling afterwards?
Geez, I'm not really sure. I suppose just excitement and maybe a small bit of disbelief the way it kind of happened. Wasn't really a goal chance and it just kind of came out of nothing. But just want to, I suppose, because it put us a good bit ahead, and I suppose the kind of people were probably thinking it's really going to be a year, and maybe we were thinking the same thing. And it was just it's one to look back on and one I have looked back on, and it brings a smile to my face. So I'm sure as I'm older it'll get sweeter and sweeter. So absolutely delighted to score in an All-Ireland final.
Tom, what are those Doon lads like, really? Come on.
Well, I've known him a long time playing against him, I suppose, in the East finals and whatnot growing up, and maybe a hand and Doon have always had a good rivalry. But I'll tell you, since I played with the boys since 2013, as Colin said earlier, they've been nothing but great crack, and I was even in America with Donovan and Richie for a summer, and I have nothing but good words to say about them now, I can tell you that.
Well done. Tom Morrissey. Aaron. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Gillan. Aaron, what a year for you. Last year, you were on the Limerick panel, you were let go, you came back with some bloody bang this year, I'll tell you that.
I suppose I got asked the same question the other day in Particksville, and all you can say is last year is last year. Look, I got let go by John last year, and I just went back and worked hard at Mary I and with the 21s, and I came back onto the panel, and luckily I got a taste of what the training was like last year. And just training wasn't for me. Like, I just don't like to be on a part of a panel member. I want to be playing the whole time, so I just knocked it down from the start of the year, and luckily John gave me a chance, and I'll be forever grateful for him for that.
Aaron, were you sick of people hearing about Aaron Gillan? Why can't he hold on to the hurling?
If you actually look back at the matches and the videos, I don't think I dropped the hurley once. Yeah, it's been pulled out of my hand so many times, but the week before the match I had a lot of practice. Richie was pulling and dragging after me, so I got a better grip on the hurley before the week before the match, and it paid off.
Same as yourself, the final whistle blows. Galway are so close to coming back. What's the feeling? And Tom Condon comes out with that ball, and then the referee pulls out his arms.
I think Condon deserves no shout out now for that. He's been soldier at Limerick the last 10 years as well, so fair play to him for that. But it was kind of the same in all the other matches we played, even going back as far as Kilkenny match, and they got the goal at the end. We still never panicked, and Tom stuck up his hand and he got one unreal point, and then he followed it up with an even better point. So we just never panicked, and we knew that we weren't going to lose. We stuck to what we know best, and it's Tango we come out on top.
Yourself, Particksville, you'll be back in action soon enough. Is it really hard? Are you looking forward to getting back to the club? And you had your homecoming over the weekend, and you see how many people turn out here in Doon with a couple of lads on the panel as well. You can see how much it really means to a club in a parish like Doon.
Yeah, it was great to bring the cup back to Particksville, especially when there's three of us. Like Barry was saying, the four boys are four best friends. It's the same for me, Keane and Dermot. And it's great to come out here. The four boys, they were a very big part of the whole team. Like Darren, probably one of the best midfielders in Ireland this year, and same for Richie. But I think there's a lot being said about the two of the Pierce boys, Dowling and Peter Casey, saying that they're two of the best impact subs. But no further than the two boys there, am I right? If Barry didn't come on and get that goal against Tip and Pat the same as Cork, we mightn't be standing here today. So they deserve a big cheer as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Gillan. I've talked to this man on a Saturday programme many a time, and he came in to me. He was very good. He came in on Saturday, and he told me he went back to work on Wednesday. Jar, how has work been this week?
It's improving. So,
Jar, how hard is it to make sure all of these lads look their best on match day?
Well, in fairness, Trevor, there's a panel of 36 players there, and each one of them, I just can't say enough about them. They're all such nice guys, So
they're wonderful ambassadors for their families, their clubs, and for Limerick. That's all I can say. Okay, Jar. And Jar, what's it mean for Palace Green having one of your own on the panel as well, and Colin? Oh, it's huge, absolutely huge. We probably don't realise actually what the extent of what's been achieved at the moment. Probably in a few months' time, maybe alright. But to have Colin there involved, it's fantastic for our club. You know, so as I say, it's just. I said the players themselves don't realise actually what they've achieved. You know, so but you just see the crowd here tonight. It's fantastic. Jar Connell, thanks a million. Finally, quick word. I know the lads are anxious to get out and meet the fans. I won't keep you too much longer. So just a quick word. Dara, is it true your father's giving away free petrol and diesel for the next 45 years?
I don't know about that now. We'll invest in my team below there, so.
I'll have a word with him later. Dara, again, try and sum it up. You're home, you've had a lot of time of celebrating. Do you actually get a quiet moment yourself in the last 8 days to just sit down and say, geez, I'm an All-Ireland winner with Limerick?
I suppose I was driving home last night and I got a video. It was from London. It was at a concert and they were playing Dreams by the Cranberries, and I suppose I hadn't heard the song since last Sunday at the game, like, and it was like it kind of sank in then for me, like it was like this happened, like, and I suppose, you know, it's great for Limerick people, it's great for people in their club. The boys will be going back to their clubs with the cups as well, like, you know, and it's just great. And hopefully it's not the last cup we bring to Doon this year now, I hope.
Pat, I was talking to you on Monday and you were telling me about your father. He was on the hill in 1973 and you were trying to say, you know, he was saying that was the greatest day ever, but you were saying, oh no, there's a few other days there as well.
Yeah, and I got a bit of stick from my mother because I didn't mention her at all, so I heard better to know. But yeah, look, it's definitely the best day of our life so far, and like Dara said now, like the two titles we always wanted to win when you grow up is the big one with Limerick and of course the big one in Doon, and now we've this one out of the way, we'll be concentrating fully on Doon. So, and lastly, I just want to wish a clubmate of mine, his mother told me today, he's 10 years of age today, Dennis Blackmore, so I just want to wish him a happy birthday.
Well done. Finally, last word to you, Barry Murphy. Barry, what is it like and what is the family? How have they been? Have they come down from Clown 9?
I don't know. I haven't really had time to talk to them. Been too busy. But yeah, it's been great. Even just talking to people, like, and meeting people and all the family, like, you just can't take the smile off their faces, like. And as the boys said, like, while it's such an honour and a privilege to bring back Liam McCarthy back to Doon, like, there's another cup in particular we'd love and hope to bring back to Doon and will bring back to Doon. So,
well said, Barry. Well said. I'm going to leave it there. I know the lads are anxious to get out and meet you. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2018 All-Ireland winners.
Thanks, Trevor. And I suppose special thanks again to our own four lads, Richie, Pat, Barry and Dara, and to all the other lads from the other clubs. Thank you very much for coming out here. I know your own clubs are meant to get you back training and things for Saturday.
Just, it's great to see Paddy English blow. Stephen. Man, Paddy, bye.
Well done, Paddy. So let's just onto the players. Thanks very much for coming out, and we appreciate it well. Just before I let you back to the music, a few people I want to thank here for organising this. This didn't just fall together; it was all day organising it. So all our stewards and club mates, thank you very much. To Declan Ryan and Cappamore for providing the lorry here for us. To Jimmy Buckley for coming. I know I might have blackmailed him a small bit, but he came here. And anyone else, lads, to Nolan Sound for providing all the amplification. And just, lads, you can see some of the kids are holding these things around. These are official signs from Limerick GA, and a percentage of every fiver that you pay for it goes to the Limerick holiday fund for the players, and by God, they deserve it. So, you see the lads going around there selling them. These are the official ones. If you want to get one, I'm sure the players will be glad to sign it for you afterwards too if you want to.
Just one thing as well, I suppose there could be a bit of a rush afterwards, so we'll just take it handy. We'll try and be as patient as we can. the boys, 4 boys from Doon will be here as long as possible. We can anyway, and the boys might slip away. But you'll get them again. They're going to be in every school, we'll be going everywhere. So don't panic if you don't get it today or get to see it or get to touch the cup or anything. You'll get a chance. You'll get your chance. Don't worry. It isn't our first evening here in Doon, right?
Thanks, Richie. Okay, so without further ado, I'll pass you back to Jimmy Buckley and he'll give you a few more tunes.
Thank you, Mike. Give Mike and all that. Boys, give him a great big round of applause here, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. How prouder could we be than to have the 2018 All-Ireland hurling champions, ladies and gentlemen, the Limerick hurling team. Come on. Hep, hep. Hep, hep. Hep, hep. The boys were saying to me while the boys were chatting there, my lads at the band said, Jimmy, what do we go back on with your... It's obvious, lads, we better do it again while the boys are here. Are you ready? As loud as you can now. Limerick, your lady, your shining waters, tears of joy that flow, the beauty that surrounds you, I take it with me, love, wherever I go, while waking in the awe of distant water. Let's see your flags, come on. Each new day finds me far away from home. Then Limerick, you're my lady, the one true love that I have ever known. As children, you and I spend endless days of fun in winter snow, our summer's golden sun. We fished in silver streams, the fabric of my dreams was fashioned by your loveliness, and so I have to say, Limerick, you're a lady, your sun and water, tears of joy that flow, the beauty that surrounds you, I take it with me, love, wherever I go, while waking in the arms of distant water, and you day finds me far away from home. And Limerick, you're my lady, the one true love that I have ever known. Hands in the air now. The gift of time has made the travelers on their way, seeking out the beauty of our land, the shrine where children pray and bells ring out to say, thank God we're living just to feel the freedom of each day. Limerick, you're a lady, your seven waters, tears of joy that flow, the beauty that surrounds you, I take it with me, love, wherever I go, while waiting in the arms of distant water, and you did find me far away from home. Then Limerick, you're a lady, the one true love that I have. Now, let's see your hands in the air, everybody, come on. For the lads now on your own, are you ready? Let's see the flags flying. Come on now, Doon. Let's hear you. Limerick. Everybody. Yours. Tears of joy that flow. the beauty that surrounds you. I take it with me, love, here I go. While waking in the yard of distant water, and you did find me far away from home. In Limerick, you're my lady, Teresa, the one true love that I have ever known. You're the only love that I have ever known. God bless you. Thank you.